Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day today. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for checking it out. Man, have I got a game for you guys. A couple nights ago, I was platoon with a clanmate, Follow Bala, and we were on the El Haluf map, and I'm in my Waffle, and man, it was just one of those games, like it was just a hot mess from the beginning, and we should have lost it, and we somehow managed to snatch a victory out of the jaws of defeat, and it was just nothing went right from the beginning. I couldn't get into positions, but anyway, it was just an amazing game. My hands were shaking, and it was all the way down to the wire. And I guess the main thing is don't give up, don't quit, don't stop trying. Sometimes good things happen. So anyway, y'all, I hope you enjoy the video. Let's get to it. Thanks for watching. Good old Haluf map is one of my favorite maps, and I love playing it in TD. And I'm in my Waffle, and I'm Follow Bala sitting next to me in his Chinese WZ-111G, this big Chinese monstrosity of a TD, and he's grinding down that line. Look at that thing; it's just ridiculous. But anyway, we spawn over on the west side of the map, and I usually like to go up on the hill and kind of do Overwatch, but the Conway's going to go up there. And one of the things about the Waffle, it's just slow, and it's got a cracking good gun, but it's just slow, and so it would take me a minute to get up there. So that's just not a really good position for the Waffle. Plus, you got to spin it around to be able to have any type of gun depression. So not that you can't make it work, it's just, like I said, I see the Conway going up there. I figured I'd go over here and get in this bush right here, which is not a good place to be, really. I really don't like the fight from here because it usually gets blind shotted pretty quickly. And as you can see, the Progetto and enemy 7-1 Centurion is pushing the valley and pushing it hard. And our mediums, went to help the heavies. And as you're going to see, it looks like our heavies just come to a stop, and we're going to pretty much give up the A1 corner of this map. From the get, that they just pretty much stop. And I don't know why, but it's kind of weird how that works out. But I'm sitting here figuring, the Progetto is definitely going to push, and maybe I can get a shot on him, at least one shot on him before. And then Conway's like, "Hey man, you got to go," and he's absolutely correct. That Progetto is going to eat my lunch with them 3 rapid fire shells, and I guarantee he would probably pin every one of them. It would be my luck. But so right from the very beginning, this game is just, this match is just falling apart. They've got the valley, they've got the heavy corner, and they've got the approach to this side of the map. It's just a hot mess, and I'm already thinking this is probably going to be a loss. But I figure I at least got to, try my best and see what I can do, and there's the Progetto. I take a shot, and then the Object 263, my teammate takes him out, so he's gone back to the barn, and that's a beautiful thing. It's wonderful to have that Progetto out of the game. And as you can see, somebody's blind firing all the way across the map, trying to hit me, and I assume that's probably the Scorpion that took that shot. And now I'm kind of, see, if you look at the mini map, you can see that we didn't even contest the corner of this map, and it's like all our heavies just stopped, and it's and they got a K91's pushing the center, and now the STRV, our STRV1 is rolling out. I don't really blame them none. So now I'm just trying to figure out where am I going to go where I can get a shot on somebody, and without getting shot myself, And it looks like Conway is doing a good job, and now I'm figuring I'm gonna go get in. I've never fought from this little undulation in this topography right here. I've just never fought here, and it's like I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow, this is actually pretty good. It's a good little spot right here. I've got cover, and I'm gonna take a shot and miss the mill. I wish I had, just didn't time it properly. I didn't get aimed properly, but now I'm looking at this map and I'm like, well, this is beautiful. This is you can't ask for better than this. And the main thing is, I don't know if you'd notice it, but there's no arty. So this is working out, going to be you know, I'm thinking, wow, as far as sniping goes, you can't ask for a better setup than this. So let's figure, we'll see what happens. So the Skoda T56 pulls out, and I take him out, and he's my first kill. And then enemy K91 PT is popped out over here to my right, and I'm just gonna kind of sneak out. And he sees me, but you know, I managed to take him out, so he's my second kill. So bang bang, you know, going back to the garage, and you know, and we're down by 4 tanks, and I managed to hit the 122 TM with that pesky Chinese, you know, medium tank, and the enemy's 263's pulling out, and I think he's got some ridiculous frontal armor. You know, unless I load gold, I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot against them. So the TNH, I managed to track, you know, well, critical damage on the TNH, and I see the Conway pulling out. This thing, the Conway's a glass cannon. He's an easy pin for me. So I knock off 600, you know, 13 hit points from him, and he's focused on, and you know, taking, you know, on fire over there, and I managed to smash him in the face again, and then actually the 703 took out Fa, and I take it, you know, take another shot at the TNH, and then don't do anything. And there's this, you know, the 703. I take him out, so he's my third kill. And the ISM, I'm gonna bounce a shot off of him. I'm not gonna do anything against him. And here comes the pesky tortoise. Man, I hate them things. Bounce the tortoise. Of course, I'm going to bounce the tortoise. And the STRV takes out the 70, takes out the ISM, which is beautiful. And I bounce another shot on the Object 263. And you know, thank goodness the 263 is finally out of the game, because that thing is just ridiculous. And I guess the Scorp is working him over, working the Object 263 over from across the map. And then sure enough, there's the enemy's Waffle. He's pulling up, and I managed to get a shot on him, and I've loaded gold at this point, because I know that we got this this tortoise over here, and you know, that's pretty much what it's going to take. The tortoise smashes me in the face for 360, and I return to favor with 595. And so he's thinking twice about this and decided he's going to pull back into cover, because you know, I'm not messing around at this point. We went from a you know, from a guarantee loss to we might be able to just pull this off kind of thing. So yeah, I'm not messing around anymore. I've loaded gold, and I don't like to use gold. You know, you know, obviously it's more expensive. You know, if you're trying to make credits, you definitely don't want to be shooting it. But this game has become personal. You know, I want to win. You know, because it's just you know, it's one of those games like, you know, fully expected to lose. I mean, right from the get, and here we are. You know, it's just wow. I'm wondering, are we going to be able to pull this off? And so at this point, I'm figured the Scorp is going to go over here. He's going to sit and cover, and we're not going to do anything. You know, he's probably waiting for his teammates to come across, and all that's left is the tortoise, the scorpion, and the Borsig. So I'm going over here, and sure enough, to try to light this tortoise up to see if I can swing around. And I know he's going to see me, and Mitch is going to make him swing around. And you know, the Object 263 is like, no, Waffle, you know, Waffle, don't do that. Now I think he figures out what I was trying to get him to do. You know, this is he takes the cue, and you know, my teammate plays it perfectly. And you know, I'm gonna hit the tortoise in the side and pin him, and he's gonna hit me. He's gonna shoot me for 373, but you know, the 263 is gonna take out the tortoise from behind, which is beautiful. I mean, it just couldn't have worked out any better than that. So now, for the first time in this game, we're in the lead, and it's down to, you know, they've got the Borsig, and then they've got this pesky Scorpion over here that's been having a banging game. And now it's just like, what, you know, you're going to see the 263 is going to be like, what's the plan? What are we going to do? You know, and in my mind, I'm thinking, well, we got 6 minutes. It seems like a lot of time, but it really isn't, you know, when you're dealing with pesky TDs. So, and the Scorpion's got that cracking good gun, and it's pretty doggone accurate. And he's like, what's the plan? And I'm thinking, well, I'm going to sit up here, and in my mind, it's like, well, I'm going to sit up here and snipe. Somebody's going to have to go spot, you know. I'm thinking, well, the STRV is, and you can see the emails like I normally leave, but this has turned into a good match. And just by pure dumb luck, you know, just you know, like I said, just dumb luck, you know, it's worked out to be a pretty good game. We managed to, you know, I said, well, the STRV's got some speed, and the 263 is like, yeah, he's right. He's pretty fast. He's going to go spot, and I figure, well, I'm going to go set up back where I originally pretty much started this game, over here on this little road. I was sitting there trying to type something, and it was like, well, never mind. I'm just going to go over here and get into position. The STRV gets up on the hill. I really don't, maybe he was trying to cover us. I don't know. I don't know why he's up there, but he's up there doing something. He's looking for something. I figured the Scorpion would be over here on this hill, because that's where I would have been at. You know, that's where I would have been perched up, you know, trying to get a shot. And sure enough, there's a Scorpion. I managed to somehow spot him. Yeah, he moved. I'm assuming, you know, just that he moved. I caught him and I hit him for 578. So I managed to take away about half of his hit points. And the 263 is about, is you know, the Borsig's about to get spotted, and over on our line, and right there he is. He gets spotted, and it just, I mean, it's, you know, it's a game of angles, and so the Object 263 is the only one that has a shot on him. You know, we would have to expose ourselves to be able to get a shot on him, and he takes him out. So that's awesome, y'all. It's just like, wow, this just might happen. You know, I'm looking at the time. You know, we've got like 3 minutes and 30 seconds. You know, 39 seconds left, and I love the you know, the Object 263 he's just pumped up. You can see it. You know, let's do this. You know, and it was just exciting, and to see where this game, you know, when you're playing it's one thing to watch it, but when you're actually in the game, you know, your hands are shaking and you're like, oh man, this is just crazy how this all worked out. And you know, we're almost down to the 3 minute mark, and I'm thinking the Scorpion went up on that hill, you know, right around the, you know, D0 line. You know, there's a little out, you know, a little place where you could perch up, which is a really good spot. You know, I figured that's probably where he was going to go, but I figured I'm going to blind fire this bush for good measure, just to make sure he's not hiding in there. And I take the shot, and I'll roll out. You know, I didn't get spotted, so he obviously wasn't there. But I figured I'm going to push across this valley and go try to, you know, help my teammates up here, because I mean, like I said, the Scorpion is no joke, man. Especially in the hands of a really good player. That thing is just deadly, and everybody knows this. Everybody knows this. The thing, he just hits hard, man. It's got a cracking good gun, and 263 is gonna push, and he's looking, and unfortunately the Scorpion finds him, and he's actually sit up there in that little overwatch area that we can overwatch his base, which is a perfect location. You're gonna have to go straight to him to get to him. There's just no other way to get to him, which is, it's a really, really strong position on this map, and in one take at a time is going to have a hard time rooting him out. I was going to go this way, and I'm thinking, nah, I need to swing back this other direction. I don't have enough time. You know, the buzzer's going off, and now the pressure's really on. And I really, really wish the STRV would have held up just a little bit, and waited for me. But the pressure's on, and we're not talking to each other. We're not on comms. I can't stop to start typing. And the SRV's doing what he thinks, trying to win. Good on him. And he's pushing up onto that little hill. And just by dumb luck, he gets he gets set on fire. And that's the SRV's. So now it's just me against the Scorpion, and that's a lot of distance right there. I know I can take a shot. I can handle. Unless he ammo racks me, I can take a hit from that Scorpion. And I'm just gonna sit here and wait for just a second and see what he's. 45 seconds left. And I take the shot into the bush, blind fired, and I figured, what, I'm going. If I sit here, the game it's going to be a draw. And I figure, well, either he's going to kill me or I'm going to kill him, or but I'm not going to quit. I'm going to try to win this game. And that's exactly what I'm figuring. I'm going to push up. I'm going to try to win this game here. 20 seconds left. Nothing. And I can't make it over there in time. And sure enough, there's the Scorpion. He pokes his little head above, and I take him out, and that's the victory. It was freaking awesome. 10 seconds left in the game. And if I'd have stopped and said that I'm not going to win, I wouldn't have. So it was just an awesome game. My hands were shaking, and and Foz is like, wow. And so I did 5,092 damage, Confederate metal, high caliber, and ace tanker. It was my first ace tanker in this tank. Spotter, I had over 2,748 in spotting assist damage, 4 kills, and wow. And it was just an amazing game for me. And like I said, just don't quit. Sometimes good things will happen, and this was just one of them. But anyway, y'all, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for coming by and checking it out. And if it wasn't complete garbage, please consider hitting that thumbs up button or leaving a comment. I really appreciate it. And if you like what you see, it's your first time here, please consider subscribing. It really helps me out. And thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video. Y'all take care and have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.